Well, hey everybody, welcome to Instagram Live. I am hanging out here today. I thought I could answer some questions. We could talk a little bit about the Golden Read-Along that is currently happening. And we're going to give it just a second because this is Instagram Live, and it does take a few minutes for people to get onto Instagram Live. I'm going to attempt to fix my flowers. This kind of moved on me right before I went live. Fun times. Hey girl, I knew you would join me. We are hanging out. Earlier today, I was part of an attempt to break a world record for the most people thumb wrestling in a chain. We were a little bit short, but we had a great time. So if you have not been on my Facebook page, go over to facebook.com/k.m.robinson You can check out the full 5-minute video because it was a 5-minute competition. Lots of fun. Everybody had a great time. And I am currently regretting wearing the floral crown because the insects are finding me. So fun times. This might have to go in a few minutes if this kind of keeps up. But I am here to answer some questions, to chat with you guys. We can talk a little bit about the Golden Read-Along and how that's going. We're reading chapters, 6 and 8 today, I think we're talking about? Uh-oh, I don't know. I'm gonna actually have to look at that one, guys. Kind of excited because at the end of this, I am going to be giving away all of those hidden things within the chapter headers of Golden. Hey guys, thanks for joining. With the Golden chapter headers, we have some hidden pictures, 17 of them to be exact. Yep, so much for the flowers. So much for that. We're just gonna let it go. 17 of those are hidden within my chapter headers. I'm gonna give away exactly what those are and where those are hidden within the story. That obviously didn't go so well. But hit me up. Do you have questions? Let me know what you want to talk about. I'm just kind of here to chill for a few minutes before I go and jump back into work. So thank you so much for joining me. I see that we've got a couple of people here. Sissy Lou is here. Ha ha ha. Yes, you're laughing at me because my flowers didn't cooperate. I'm really upset about that too because that should have gone so well and it didn't go well at all. Look at that. Sadness. You love me? You love me because I'm weird? That could totally be why. Let's see if I can tuck this. If I can tuck this, I might be able to... It's just not gonna work. Oh well. There. Oh, sideways. Okay. Okay. We'll run with it. So what questions do you have for me? Oh no, it's popping off my head because it's sideways. I give up. I give up. You guys, come on. Okay. And now my ears are sticking out. This is grand. What questions do you guys have for me? I know a lot of the people here joining me right now are members of my Golden Read-Along, so if you've got questions, now's a great time to ask them. You were waiting for a massive bee to bombard me and take off running. Yep, pretty much. Well, here's the thing. Listen, I'm sitting out here in the grass right now, and like 10 feet right over there, there's this big flowering tree. And I went to record some videos there maybe a week or two ago, and it was swarming with bees, and they were not happy that I was within their vicinity. Like, I wasn't even near this tree, and they were coming at me. So I did manage to get those videos shot. They are the ones with that purpley tree behind me if you look on my Instagram feed, both here and on Reading Transforms, but definitely had some run-ins with bees lately. That's kind of the way it goes, unfortunately. Alright, so within the Golden Read-Along, we are having a great time. I have dropped information on scenes that almost didn't exist, characters that were not necessarily supposed to be exactly what they were. We've talked about some really cool fan art. We started our fan wars, which was really fun. We've got a lot of people writing songs and raps and giving me fan art and bookstagram pictures and some other really cool stuff over on my feed. So you can check that out on my Instagram feed, instagram.com/k.m.robinsonbooks. And for your reference, you can hit me up on any social media platform at k.m.robinsonbooks, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. We are also going to do some really cool stuff, but I've got some really good stuff for this Golden Read-Along planned. Doors are now closed, so guys, if you missed it, I'm sorry, you can't join us now. I'm hoping to do this again maybe in a couple of months. We're definitely planning on one for Jaded, which is my brand new release. It's coming out at the end of June 27th from Snowy Wings Publishing, and I have been sneaking some copies over to some of my favorite people in the whole wide world, and they're kind of panicking over this book. So we've come to the conclusion that Jade is very, very snarky, very, very smart. She's very witty. She's got a lot going on, and she's in a very bad position where she's kind of has to survive, but then she realizes she can't survive because if she does, other people get hurt. And oh, I actually made someone cry in an airport, which was kind of awesome. Sorry, Bryn. Sorry, love you. Bryn is actually finished, so she knows what happens at the end of this book. But I'm not going to tell you guys, it's top secret. I'm really excited for it. It comes out June 27th. I hope you'll check it out. I'm going to say it's better than Golden, because I know technically speaking it is, even though it's my baby, and Golden will always be my favorite. But it's definitely better. I know this. I'm aware of this. It's okay. You're hoarding questions right now. I know you are because we have an interview soon. Yes, clever and just a roller coaster. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that it's a roller coaster. It's like this emotional roller coaster because I'm really, really mean to people in my books. I am not nice to my characters at all whatsoever. And so I put them through a lot of really crazy things. I apologize for the car there. But I do put them through a lot of really crazy things within this, book. You also like Jaded better than Golden. I know, but it's my baby. I love it. And Dove Bear. Okay, can I just tell you guys something? I was at the world record breaking event earlier today, and I was talking to a bunch of teenage girls, and we were chatting about my books back and forth, and they wanted to know why I liked my book better than my other book, or why it was my favorite, or why it was my baby. I actually use the term baby, and I think I confuse them a little bit. And I said something about Golden has the cuter boys because Dove Bear. I turned around, my mother's right behind me, and I died. So fun there. Sissy Lou is saying, I think it's just because I didn't know for certain what would happen and my chest was going to implode. Yes! I mean, you never really know with Jaded because I'm very mean and a lot of things could potentially happen. And some of them I made happen and some of them I didn't. And you never really know until the very end. So it takes a very long time to figure out what side everybody's on because you think they're on one side and then possibly they could switch, but then maybe they didn't, and maybe they said this and meant it this way, but maybe they actually meant this, and maybe they're going to do this, and it's just like really confusing until we get to the very end and you find out what team everybody's playing for. And then even when you think you know, things get switched because I like to do that. I like to twist things up. So I actually just released a really great video on that this week, all about why I like retellings and how it's taking a tale or a classic story that we know or we thought we knew and tweaking it and changing it and twisting it so drastically that we never knew what we thought we knew. And I absolutely love that about my retellings, but also my other stories because I like to keep people on edge and definitely losing my flowers here. And I keep people on edge and make them not sure what team we're playing for on this. So I love Jaded right now, but I am still only 1/4 of the way through. Girl, you gotta catch up. You gotta catch up. I am starting a private discussion group for my advanced readers on Monday. So if you want to be put in there, let me know that you finished that up. Otherwise, kind of maybe wait until you finish it and then I'll add you to it. Just because there's going to be spoilers and people yelling at me and people sobbing at me. I've gotten some interesting comments, so fun times. Jade is such a fun character. It's already good. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. It's so good. The deeper you get, the more your heart pounds. Yes, Sissy Lou, that is correct. That is kind of what I aim for, so. I mean, I'm so mean. I was trying to explain to the teenager girls today why I'm so mean. And they're like, wait, they don't like you because you're mean? I said, no, I'm nice, usually. But I'm mean to my characters, and they couldn't quite grasp it. So I had to go with the whole, well, you guys have read Divergent, right? Like, you know how that ends? That's not uncommon in my world, so that was a fun little, like, scare them moment. I had a handful of people ask about my books today, which is kind of cool. I have a couple new fans over on my Facebook page, and some new followers, and people kind of check out my books, which is pretty neat. I'm really excited about that. Alright, so what questions do we have that I can answer? Life, about writing, about whatever, about my characters, about other books. Hit me up with your questions. I will get those answered for you. I'm definitely sitting here on a towel in the grass out in the yard. It's beautiful out here right now. And I'm sitting here plucking at the grass in front of me because I'm waiting for your questions to come in. Or your comments. You can just talk to me. Do you have any questions for me? Because I know I get a lot of questions about Jaded and about Golden, and I get some about writing, but if you guys have questions about me, I'm happy to answer those too. Maybe. That actually, I probably shouldn't have thrown that out to Sissy Lou, because that could have been bad, or could be bad. She's going to come up with something, I know she is. These little flowers, they keep poking me in the eye. We're going to have issues with those. Fun times. Tell me what you guys are up to today. What is your schedule looking like today? I know we're about, halfway through. But, hey guys. Oh, hello. Lots of love. Thank you. Thank you for all the love. Hey. Hi. Thanks for joining. Okay, so what kind of dogs do I have? I have 3 dogs, 2 English Springer Spaniels, and a Pomeranian. And they are adorable little cuddle bugs. They like to be held like babies. My 2 English Springer Spaniels are just about 8. She's going to be 8 at the end of this month. And the younger one is 7.5. They are biological sisters, same parents, but they do have, or they're in 2 different litters. And then the Pomeranian is going to be 2 at the end of the month. So we've got quite the little age and size gap there. That was actually a little bit of an accident. My grandmother wanted a dog, and we got her a dog after quite a lot of begging, and she couldn't take care of the puppy. So she wasn't physically able to, because she couldn't like bend down to play with the puppy and feed the puppy and all of that. So we got a new puppy. 3 puppies in my house. Fun times. Hit me up with your questions. What do you want to know? Golden, Jaded, writing. I'm still getting lots of hearts. Thanks for all the hearts. I appreciate the hearts. Oh my goodness, you are very like adamant about the little hearts there. I'm down for that. That works. So go ahead, ask me questions about writing. You can even ask me stuff that you would ask over at Reading Transforms if you want to know things about social media and marketing and branding and all of that loveliness. You've got questions, help me out, Sissy Lou. Waiting for you, girl. You gotta help me out there. Hearts and little sparkly type things there. That's fun. Emojis. How do you describe emojis? Like, when people send you emojis and you're on a live broadcast and you try to communicate them, what do you say? Do you make up words? Are there proper words for emojis? I don't know. I never used emojis until I got into the book world, and I became friends with some of my younger fans, and they're all about the emojis. And then on Snapchat, it's like all about the emojis. And so I use them now, but not in the way that my teenagers do. And so I guess I have a little bit to learn about emojis. What do you say about them? How do you describe them? Because, like, you get heart, you get the smiley face, but, like, what do we call the rest? I don't know. Show me, since you're here and hanging out, show me your favorite emoji. I'll try to explain it, try to describe that. And of course, if you did not see our live broadcast earlier today on Facebook Live, you can check that out. We were attempting to break a world record for the most people in a thumb wrestling chain. We needed a lot of people. We had a good turnout. Did not quite make it, but we had a ton of fun. And that is definitely up on my Facebook page, so you guys can check that out a little bit later. Lots of fun, good times. I only got a little sunburned. You can see I'm a little sunburned here. I definitely was not prepared for the sun today. That's a little bit of a problem. It was rainy and disgusting this morning. I thought it was going to be a washout, and then the sun came, and we hid behind some food trucks. So that we kind of tried to stay in the shade. And when I say we, I mean my team. I was the gold team, which was exciting. They had a whole bunch of wristbands of different colors, and they had a gold color, and somebody had snagged one of the other pretty colors, and I'm like, well, of all these colors, we got like hot pink and like very brighter colors, and I wanted something a little more subtle, and I saw the gold, I'm like, that one was meant for me. Golden, gold, we're gonna do this. So, fun times. I got the little gold wristband, and my team was Team Gold. We had 50 people per color team. That's how we were kind of keeping track of people, so we went through one color after the next, after the next, after the next. So we, oh, your phone rang. That's okay. You're back with me now. It's all good. All good. We got the little flowers in here. Hey, remind me, Sissy Lou, I have something to tell you when we get off of this broadcast. So I ended up as Team Gold, which is pretty awesome. I was really excited about that. Ooh, sorry, that was an insect. And I say that I orchestrated that so that I could have golden for gold, or gold for golden, I guess, which is pretty neat. Alright, any more questions for me, or should I go inside and actually do my work and stop procrastinating by hanging out with you guys? Let me know. You've got questions about life, about whatever. Ask questions about my photography, or my work at Reading Transforms. Ask me basically anything. We'll just pretend it's like an AMA. You can ask me stuff. Oh, I definitely just had a bug go for my flowers. I saw that one. Alright, let me know. Let me know what you want to know. Otherwise, I am going to sign off for today and go back inside and pretend to get some work done. What's my favorite flavor of ice cream? Oh, that's a good question. Ice cream is such a great question right now because it's this beautiful summer day. We've been in this like disgustingly cold snap here, and we've finally gotten a little bit warm. So right now I'm definitely in jeans. It's not short weather yet, but we are supposed to get this warm snap over the next couple of days this week, so I'm really excited about that. And ice cream is a great question. I'm pretty basic with my ice cream flavors. I like vanilla. Like, that's my go-to. But I will say we've got an ice cream shop, store type thing down the street. And by down the street, I mean like several streets like toward town. And they have flurries, which I really love. And they have a Reese cup flurry with vanilla ice cream in it. That tends to be my go-to when I go there, so I love that. There's also this ice cream shop in town, so it's a bit further away, that has peanut butter dip. So it's like you get a soft serve ice cream cone and then they dip it in melted peanut butter and it comes up with a hard shell, which is kind of like really awesome, and I love that. So those are kind of my go-tos for the summer around here locally. Otherwise, I just go fairly basic, but sometimes I mix it up and I do some other cool stuff. What's my favorite type of muffin, or do you like muffins? I love muffins. Muffins are great. If it came down to muffins or cupcakes, I would probably go with muffins. And I love blueberry, apple cinnamon. Sometimes there's like a cranberry or a strawberry is pretty good. So muffins are pretty good. I like those. I definitely had a thing where we had gourmet cupcakes from this one shop, and I'm not really an icing person, so I don't do icing. I just do like the actual cake in the cupcake. When I was little, my sister and I used to split it. She would take my icing, and I would eat part of her muffin, or the cupcake, and we would split it. And so, because I'm not really a cupcake person, like I do it sometimes, but not an awful lot, there was one muffin there. It was like a cinnamon streusel type thing, and it was amazing. So that would definitely be on the list too. But I like that we're going with food themed questions right now because that's kind of fun. And I don't think anybody's asked me food themed questions yet, but that actually works really well because in my story Jaded, which comes out June 27th, my character spent a lot of time in the kitchen. Like, I had written this book 4 or so years ago, and then I set it aside. I didn't do anything with it, and the main thing that I remember is they spent a lot of time in the kitchen. And so for years, as I was like trying to talk about it to myself, all I would think of was they spent a lot of time in the kitchen. Like Dove and Illyria and Golden, they spend all their time in the woods. It's like a thing, and they spend their time in the woods. Jade and Roan spend their time in the kitchen. And so I actually had some questions about that, and I filmed a video all about whether or not I like to be in the kitchen, what types of things I like to cook or bake, whatever. But I haven't released it yet. It is coming out, I think, next week. I have it on my schedule for next week. So I'll be talking a little bit more about that. But I love that we're doing food-themed questions right now because it kind of relates back to Jaded, which comes out in just a few weeks, which I'm really excited about. All right. Judging by the number of cars buzzing by me and how many times I've pushed this flower out of my eyeball, I think we're going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been lots of fun. Last call, if you have questions, pop them in below. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. This has been great. I know it's been amusing watching me push this out of my face. I am going to have to find a way to tie this back. I'm just going to tie it together because I have a number of flower crowns like this, and they all do that. It's driving me crazy. So we're going to fix those before I do another live broadcast with it on my head. Fun times. Again, thank you so much for joining me. This has been awesome. You guys are lots of fun to hang out with. I know this was totally impromptu. I did not tell you I was going to be on live, so I do appreciate those of you that showed up today. And I will let you know the next time I'm going to live a little bit in advance so that you guys can actually show up and be ready and do all that. Usually I do my AMAs over on Facebook Live, but every once in a while I like to hang out here too, so I do appreciate you coming to hang out with me. As always, hit me up in the direct messages if you want to chat. I love talking to you guys about life, about whatever, about other books. We don't have to talk about my books. We can totally just chat, so I would love to hear from you. And you can find me on social media at k.m.robinson books on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. You can also hit up my website, k.m.robinsonbooks.com. You can hang out with my publisher, snowywingspublishing.com, Snowy Wings Pub on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you've got questions, send them in, because you might see it on a live broadcast. You might see it on a pre-recorded video. You may see it in a blog post or on my social media posts. I love answering your questions, so if you have them, send them in anytime, whenever you think of them. Even if it's just something you randomly think about and you think, oh, well, that would make a great question sometime, text it to me. I'll put it on a list, and it'll be there for the next time I have a live broadcast like this. Woo! There's an ant crawling on my tripod. Fun times. Oh, goodness. Hey, girl. Oh, my goodness. I was just signing off, but you know what? Since you're here and you always miss my broadcasts, I will stay on for another minute or two. Do you have questions for me? We can chat for a few minutes. Because I know it's not fair that you always miss my live broadcasts. So I'm really glad that you're here and you've joined me. Questions, hit me up. Hit me up right now. Otherwise, we are just kind of like hanging out. I'm having some issues with my flower crown, but I'm just giving you a minute to chat with me. You do. I know you do miss my live broadcast all the time. I'm not doing well with this flower thing right now, guys. Not at all. Fun times. Do you have questions for me, though, Yentl? Because if you do, now's the time. You're about to cry because you're reading Jaded. I know. Oh, I'm sorry. I make people cry with my book. I told you I had somebody crying in the airport the other day. Like, she was in public in the airport crying. She messaged me. She's like, you made me cry in an airport. Sorry, girl. Thank you. I'm glad you like my flower crown. I've got like 14 of them, and it's not cooperating. I even took it off and tried to fix it, and it wouldn't work. So, fun times. What was my biggest inspiration while you were writing Jaded? Well, I definitely sat at my dining room table while I was writing it about 4 years ago, and part of it was, well, it was written in the summer mostly, I think, and I have this big picture window to the side of me, and so I would always look out in my front yard, and it inspired me to remember some things that I kind of wanted to write into a book, including the butterfly scene. So if you've not gotten to the butterfly scene yet, girl, you will. Get ready for the tears on that one. And that definitely reminded me of that, something that I wanted to write in, and it really influenced how I was writing that particular scene. But the entire story from that point forward was very much influenced by that particular scene. So my surroundings, I guess, were pretty cool in inspiring that. But also, I think I was at that point, I just really wanted to make a point. Like a lot of my books have points a lot of the time, and there were points I wanted to make with Jaded. I don't want to say them live until people are done reading it, so I gotta give that one a little bit, but there's definitely some points I wanted to make. So she's very sassy, she's got a lot she has to say, and then she makes her point. Like, she makes her point, and I love Jade for that. I'm getting, oh my gosh, ha ha ha, I'm getting butterfly emojis. I'm seeing, I haven't yet, I need to get to the butterfly scene ASAP, hashtag save my feels. Yes, you do, because that is one of my favorite scenes. Like, oh, I love that scene. That'd be my neighbor, sorry guys. I do love that scene. That is totally amazing with the butterflies, and I'm very sorry for the neighbor. They like to do that sometimes, unfortunately. Hopefully it's not too bad on your end. But yeah, the butterfly scene is really great. And, you know, the cool thing about... Oh, you didn't get to the butterfly scene either? Girls, you've got to get to this scene. Now, I'm going to tell you this much. I actually had that butterfly scene happen to me. That was a real-life, legit thing. And I can't even say what happens because I can't tell you my emotional reaction to it. But keep in mind, as you were reading it, this actually happened to me. And then after the book comes out, I will tell you exactly what happened to me, because I definitely twisted it in a weird way. So it's not exactly what happened to me, but it's inspired by something that happened to me, and the emotions are the same. I can't wait to get to that scene too. I read that, sorry. As soon as you finish here, I'm going back to Jaded to prepare for the message avalanche. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. We're so behind. Haha. Yeah, you gotta catch up, guys. You have until Monday when I open up the early discussion group, so you can kind of check that out. But again, keep in mind, the butterfly scene legitimately happened to me. It was a real life thing. It actually happened to me and my sister. So fun times there. Fun fact, I used to raise butterflies. So we would take the caterpillars in the chrysalises and we would raise them until they were ready to fly away, and we would release them. However, there were always a couple of Susie Lou says it's a therapy group, be honest. Yes, the discussion group for the advanced people is a therapy group. It really legitimately is. Anyway, back to my point. We used to raise butterflies, and when certain butterflies would come out of their chrysalis, they would fall and they would break their wings, and they could not fly. And butterflies with broken wings would die. And so we actually adopted these butterflies from a butterfly farm. The man who raised them would give them to a select group of people, and we would take care of them until they died. And so we had these crinkle-winged butterflies, and we would raise them, and we would have to unroll their tongues and put it in the little sugar water for them to eat, and they would crawl on our hands, and my puppy dog would watch them. We had to be careful because she was a bird dog, so while she was amazing with our hermit crabs, we were just a little bit worried about the flapping wings on the butterflies. We were a little extra careful with that one, even though she was the best dog in the world, never would hurt anything. And so they would crawl on our hands, and we kept them until they died. And year after year after year, we would raise these crinkle butterflies that could not fly south for the winter, which is kind of really cool. So, fun little fact there. All of the butterflies with the broken wings were named Crinkle. Pretty fun, right? Yeah. Definitely a therapy group. Yep, it's a therapy group. It really is. I'm mean. I'm vicious. You guys are going to have issues. I have people who have said that they've had book hangovers from this, like serious book hangovers from this story. And I might have, here's a little teaser for you guys. I have my artist who works with me. She is always my first beta reader. And I might have slipped one little huge, amazing fact about the sequel to Jaded to her earlier this week. I'm not going to tell you who she is, so you can't bother her for this, but she definitely has exclusive behind the scenes. Literally no one else in the world knows this is going to happen in the second book except for me and now her. So she should feel a little special. I'm just going to grab my shoes here and take care of a spider. There we go. I got it. Did I watch a lot of TV when I was young? I mean, I want to say no. I want to say yes. I don't know. I watched a lot of Disney Channel, which was kind of cool. I definitely had some shows that I liked. I wasn't like all the time TV because I live out in the country, so we have a lot of property out here, and we would be outside a lot. So we spent a lot of time, even in the winter, like sledding down the hill and ice skating on the pond, and we would bike ride pre-accident. I definitely had a couple accidents, and I'm no longer able to bike ride or walk. I'm technically not allowed to walk, but we did have a lot of fun playing and running and swimming and biking and whatever, all the cool things we did around here. So we weren't like TV video game all the time people. We were like, go outside and play, read a book kind of people, and then we watched some TV. We need to find out her name ASAP. I mean, she's my artist. I promote her all the time, so you can technically find her, but like, don't mess with my girl, because if you do, she might stop drawing pictures for me, and that'd be bad. Speaking of pictures, if you guys have fan art for Golden or Jaded, I know a bunch of you are working on it right now. I want to see it. Send it in. I will promote it on Fan Art Friday. So if you've got Golden drawings, if you've got pictures of Illyria, Dove, Eden, Silas, Berwin, Shadow, Lowell, any of those characters, send them in. I want to see them. And if you are one of my Jaded advanced readers, I definitely need your help for fan art because right now I don't have any. Actually, I have one. I have one picture from Jaded from my artist, but it's a spoiler, so I can't even show it for like a month after this book comes out. So you have an idea of who she is. Yeah, well, I tag her all the time, so just go look for one of the pictures and be like, who is this girl? Oh, okay. She's totally amazing. She's very, very talented, and she's not going to tell you. Because she's team me. Like, she will always be on my side here because I will cut her off if she blabs that. And then that would take her away from Silas, from Golden. That could be a problem, right, Alexis? Right. I know you've talked about it before, but do you plan to release a complete Golden coloring book? I actually haven't really told people other than you that. Oops. We might be working on it. We might. The plan is to at some point have a Golden coloring book, yes. And so my artist is working on it a little bit at a time, but I have her doing so many things, she hasn't had a lot of time. I am so bad at drawing, but I was thinking of writing a poem thingy. Oh yeah, girl, write me a poem. Absolutely, I would love that. I will put it on a pretty little graphic and put it on my Instagram and my Facebook, and I'll read it on YouTube and all of that. I'd absolutely love a Golden coloring book. Right, me too. Me too. Actually, I just released one of the pictures that is supposed to be in the coloring book in my read-along group. So if you were there the other day, there was that black and white picture of I can't even say it. If you were in that group, you've seen one of the pictures that was like her original sketch, like, hey, I want to do this coloring book for you. What do you think of this? So, fun times. I didn't remember that, actually. Haha, thank you. That is cool. And spoilers! Yeah, spoilers. I try to avoid spoilers, but it happens a lot. Frequently. I need y'all to read these books so I can stop trying to avoid spoilers. I only saw the exclusive picture. Yeah. Yep. That's right. I have a lot of exclusive pictures, actually, that I haven't put out yet. Fun times. Woo! Sorry, the wind was like working, so had to do that. Alright, any last questions, guys? Because at some point I need to go in and actually do work and stop avoiding my life. Because I was definitely not avoiding work. I could not do my work earlier because I was helping out with that really cool world record breaking attempt this morning, and that was a little bit of a drive. So your books remind me a lot of Sarah J. Maas, and I absolutely love it. Girl, could you please message that to me? Actually, I'm gonna screen grab this. Oh my gosh, that did not work. Could one of you screen grab that for me so I can get that quote and use that? I tried to do that and it shut me down. So that was not good. Freedom! Hey, girl. So I am hanging out, answering some questions. We're talking about Golden. We're talking about Jaded. We're talking about life. We're talking about writing. We're watching maybe Attacked by Insects. Lots of fun. Thank you, Sissy Lou. I appreciate it. You'll message it to me later, too. Awesome. Perfect. That is awesome. Because when you guys compare me to other books and other writers, that helps me. Because then I can say, hey, people have compared me to this. If you like this person, you will also like me. So check it out. And that helps me because I can then, like, hashtag it and all of that loveliness. So if you think I work well with another book, another series, another author, let me know. Because that's really cool. I've been compared to The Hunger Games. I've been compared to Divergent, the Match series. Oh gosh, what was it? Somebody just compared me to something else the other day, which was really cool. And now I get this, which I know is super popular. So right now, that'd be a great one for me to be like, and this person thinks I'm like this really great author. So that helps. Freedom, I think you're still here. We were playing with my flower crown earlier, and I've got this one particular piece that keeps poking me in the eye. So downfalls to flower crowns. Freedom and I talk about those all the time, and we've got those going on right now. Court of Thorn and Roses, definitely. Yes, we're gonna talk later, honey, you and me, and we're gonna get that into a really good quote. Be like, if you absolutely love this, then this is the next book. Go read this book, which helps me a lot. Love you. Oh gosh, yeah, I know. I've been on here. I've probably been on for a good, 20 minutes. I did not mean to do that, but people keep popping on, so I keep hanging out. I actually wrapped this up once, and then I kept it going. So fun times there. But yeah, it keeps poking me in the eye. I actually keep taking it off to try to fix it, and it's just not working, so fun times. Flower Crown is a must for our interview. I have one now. Yes, so Sissy Lou and I are going to be on a Facebook Live broadcast. We haven't set a date for that yet because we decided yesterday. And she's going to interview me live on air on my Facebook page sometime relatively soon. So fun times there, and we're going to wear flower crowns, which I'm totally down for. So you guys might have to help me pick because I have 14 of them. Fun times. Angel says that I'll write something nice for you. Yes, thank you, girl. I love you. And you need a flower crown. Everybody needs flower crowns. Like, I absolutely love these. Like, in my town, this is not really accepted. This is not something people do. And so I'm a little weird for my particular area, but because I have this online presence, I can be whoever I want to be, and I want to be the girl who wears the flower crowns. So fun times there. You're taking a break. Glad that you caught me. I'm glad you caught me, too. I always like hanging out with you, Freedom. Guys, if you have not checked out Freedom Matthews yet, Freedom is a really great author, very dear friend of mine. Her books are fantastic. You got to check her out. Go ahead, when we're done, click over to Freedom's page and make sure you give her a like and you check out some of her posts. Flower crowns for the win. You got it, girl. Flower crowns for the win. You guys totally love my shirt. I love the detail on my shirt. I feel like this is very Regina from Once Upon a Time like. And I wore this today to the world record breaking attempt for the most people thumb wrestling in a chain. And I didn't realize it was going to be super sunny, and so I definitely got burned shoulders. But I love the detailing on it, so I wore it. It's super cute. It's got these adorable little sleeves. Look at that. Love those. Too kind. No, I am not too kind, Freedom. You are just that fabulous. Definitely reminds me of Regina. Yes! Yes. It reminds me of Regina when I'm not wearing the flower crown. This is very boho chic today. Killer tan lines. You know what, Cecilu, just... I don't tan, though. Like, I tan for me, but you can only tell if it's compared to my lighter skin. I don't tan compared to other people. Like, my tan is most people's winter white. That's the way my life is. I love the contrast between the light flower crown and the dark, evil-looking shirt. Haha. I know, that's why I did it. That's why I did it, because I have a bunch of colors, and I was thinking I could put the dark purple one on, I could put the pink one on, but I really liked the white one, and so I have two different white ones, and the first one didn't look quite right, so I tried this one, and I'm like, let's go outside. Fun times. Fun times. Oh, the breeze is so nice right now. It's just absolutely lovely. You should have worn the evil queen crown. Yes, I should have. Yes, I should have. That's inside. Another time. I'll do a photo shoot with that. Yes, I will. Oh, hey! Speaking of photo shoots, not too far in the past, I showed you guys the behind the scenes of the location where I shot the cover of Golden. So this amazing, like, giant bush type thing going on here. And I showed it to you back when it was probably March. It was still snowy and disgusting, and it wasn't all leaves and anything. And so I've got those videos up. I absolutely love it when it's kind of like decayed, like this beautiful decayed thing. I love that within my photography, but it did not look like my cover. And so we're actually selling that particular property, and so people had been ripping a bunch of that bush out to make the yard bigger, and I didn't think it was going to grow back, but I was just over there yesterday, and it's full bloom of these gorgeous leaves. And so I was thinking of, if I am able to later this week, depending on the weather, I want to jump over there and do a live broadcast from there and like toss the hair and the leaves and all of that funness. So somebody remind me to do that later this week. All right. So I know I've said this like 18 different times now, but I probably should go do work. I don't know. I mean, if you've got questions, I will stay here and I will answer questions. I will talk to you, but you got to let me know. So if you have questions for me, if you want to chat, tell me now. Otherwise, I am going to sign off and go do work, because fun times with work. That would be amazing. Yes, you want to see my my live broadcast from over where I shot the cover of Golden. Fun times. I would love to show you the cover of Jaded, but I can't. I also did a video. I shot it like last week. Woo! Look at that wind, guys. I shot a video explaining how I created the cover of Jaded. That's going to release, I think, next week. I think it's on my schedule for next week. I probably should figure that out. It's either next week or the following week. I scheduled my life this week. Yesterday I scheduled my life. And so I don't remember when everything is coming out. But I do have a video explaining how I created the cover of Jaded, where it came from, how it was inspirational to the story. So Yentl, I know you asked about the inspiration behind Jaded. That was a big part of it because I had designed the cover very early on as inspiration, back before I even thought I would be able to do my own covers. And so that played a lot into the story. Because you're worried that, girl, are you reading my book? Freedom? Is that where that's from? That's gonna freak me out. It's one thing when people read your book, it's another thing when another author reads your book. That gets really scary and really dicey. Speaking of, I'm actually going to, at some point in the not too distant future, be giving out Jaded to some of my author friends, which is terrifying. It's an absolutely terrifying thing. Hey, Hannah. Hey, girl. I haven't talked to you in forever, Hannah. How you doing? I haven't seen you. You should come hang out with me. No, but that's strange. I will soon. Well, where did you get that from? Where did that come from, Freedom? If it wasn't from my book, where did that come from? Did I say that? I don't think I said that. Did somebody say that? And I missed it? I don't even know. I don't know. Lots of hearts. Yay for hearts. Okay, any last minute questions that you want to ask me or things you want to talk about? I'm just kind of happy sitting here with my hair blowing like this. Like, L'Oreal. No, but we should do a shampoo commercial. Like, my hair would totally work for that. I had all the little kids today. Kids, I mean teenagers. I had all the teenagers like, you look like Rapunzel. When I was at the world record breaking event today, I had a group of high school girls. They were like 17. They go, what school do you go to? Boo, I'm 29. What are you talking about? It was so funny. No, the wind blowing reminded me of L'Oreal. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the shampoo commercial dies a little. Yeah, I know. Because we were talking about that yesterday. Sissy Lou and I were talking about shampoo commercials yesterday. Not going to tell you why, but we were definitely having a conversation about shampoo commercials. Yikes. Fun times. Fun times over here. This is what happens when you hang out with me. Oh, yes. Everybody's laughing. I like translating what people are saying in the comment box through the videos. We were. Dove might have been involved. Stop talking. Us long hair gals must stick together. Yes, we should. We need to be like doing these live broadcasts and then tagging our shampoo people in them. Being like, look, I should be getting a sponsorship here. I heard something about Dove. Yep, he might have been involved in that conversation. Again, not going to tell you why. Oh, this just got super awkward, guys. I need to be banned from live broadcast. You do, boo. Like, you were the source of all of the drama coming on my live broadcast here. Okay, oh my gosh, I can't read that out loud. Girl. Oh gosh, I want to say it to memorialize it, but I also know I don't want to say that. It wasn't you. No, you didn't say it, Sissy Lou. That was totally Yentl. She says, because I now I have to say it. I have to. It says, can Dove be shirtless in the commercial, please, and thank you. So, there we go. Good thing it's just the grown-ups talking. I'm just saying. I know, boo. I know. Hey, oh, would you remind me later, sweetie? I have a fan art piece that I feel like you would absolutely love, and I will show it to you later. Just DM me and remind me. I wouldn't be would you stop saying things like that? I wouldn't be opposed to him being in a shower either. I'm done now, sorry, ha ha ha. It's just, he looks like, wow. Oh my gosh. You guys, you're gonna be in that advanced Jaded group together, and I just feel like the two of you are gonna conspire against me, and just, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a little, yeah. Broadcast after dark. Would you stop? This just went to a really bad place, you guys. This is young adult novels. We are not in adult romance, please. Oh my gosh. It's been a long, long day, guys. A long, long day, and you make me feel so much better. I love hanging out with you guys. I am so sorry. I just got a phone call. I don't even know why he was calling me. That was weird. No, I'm not reading that one live. This is bad. This is bad. You guys. You guys. You guys. I can't. I should probably sign off before this gets worse. This is insane. You guys are insane. Does anybody know how long I've been on this broadcast? Because I feel like it went from like nice to like crazy. Craziness. Absolutely insanity. Hey, you're behaving. You are mostly behaving, yes. Which is unusual for you because you usually have things to say. You can't stop laughing now. At my horror and embarrassment? Yeah. Yeah. You're sorry. Uh-huh. I'm sure you're sorry, boo. I'm sure. Yikes. Fun times. Fun times. If you guys watch my live broadcast shows on Sunday afternoons where I educate authors on how to do... Freedom says this is entertaining. You know what, Freedom? No more shoutouts for you. If you watch my live broadcast on Sundays, I have a show where I educate authors on social media, marketing, branding, all of that loveliness. And then I've got a show where I bring on a young adult or new adult author, and I interview them. We talk about their book. We do all sorts of fun things. We play games. We do fan questions, and then we throw confetti. And I'm playing with the grass here, and I just feel like I want to do confetti. So there was that. I'm not sorry. Why would you be sorry? Because it's fun putting me on the spot and making me read things on live broadcasts that I will then put on YouTube and memorialize forever. I don't know. It's fun, mostly. Mostly. I'll regret it when certain people watch it, but otherwise it's fun. Freedom's laughing. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I love you all. You're just so beautiful and lovely. Oh my goodness. I'm getting hearts. You gotta make it up to me. Lots of hearts there. Just saying. This is driving me crazy, you guys. Crazy. I have to tie that up. Remind me. Insanity. Insanity. It really is. Yeah. Fun times. Okay, last questions. If you have them, pop them in. Watch what you're saying. Because at this point, I'm scared to ask if you have anything else to say. And then we're going to move on with life. We're going to go get some work done. Oh, I've got some cool. You'll make it up to me with a nice quote. You better, boo. You better. You owe me two really good ones, and then you'll be terrible again. I mean, I guess it's not off you. Make it up to me with great things I can market with. If you bring people to me to buy my book and read my book and love my book, I'm okay with that. Will there be any crossovers with Golden and Jaded? No. Golden and Jaded are very different stories. They're set in very different locations. There's this fan fiction writers. Yeah, it's for the fanfic writers. Please don't write fanfic about my books. That's just awkward. Especially with you guys. Don't do that. Don't do that. Seriously, don't do that. I will say, though, my artist is kind of doing one of those drawing challenges right now. And so she's doing some crossover between Jaded and Golden. So mainly I think she's focusing on Golden, which is why I need your help for my Jaded fan art. But what was I going to say? Oh, she just did a picture of Jade and Illyria together, which was kind of interesting to see. It was kind of fun. So at some point when she's done with it, I'll share it with you guys for Fan Art Friday. But I think that's pretty much the only crossover there as far as that goes, just because they're very separate books. There's no real room for overlap, in my opinion. So, I mean, I'll probably get like the little fanfic thing from some of you, but other than that, no. I'm backtrack, yeah. I'm getting the hilarious crying, laughing emojis. I'm getting the little heart eye emojis. We're not gonna talk about that one. Not gonna talk about that one. There are just some things I'm not gonna say on live broadcasts. Love you all. Don't do that. I get all awkward about it too, like really weird and confused and awkward. I'm an awkward little duck. It's okay. It's okay. You guys like embarrassing me. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah. I'm definitely looking and I'm like, there's a sunburn. That was from today. Oh my gosh. So now I'm going to be red in all of my broadcasts for the next 2 weeks. Fun times there. Cool. Thank you. Yes. All right, any last minute questions, or should I head out? Because at some point I have to move on with my life. I kind of do. Kind of do what? I don't know what we were talking about. I don't know what that comment was for. That's okay. We are on a few second delay, unfortunately, because it's Instagram Live, and that's just the way it works. So it's all good. All good. Fun times. Fun times. So I'm just kind of chilling, seeing if there's anything else we need to talk about, or should we go? And remember, if you are on my advanced team for Jaded, oh, you like embarrassing me. I know you do. I know, because you show up and you say these things. You talk about things with some of my characters. Yeah, send those little hearts, make it up. I know. I'm not really mad at you guys, I'm just messing with you, but still. Your phone rang again. I missed that reaction. Oh. Well, watch it back when I put it on YouTube, boo. That's the way it goes these days. We're all getting phone calls lately. I actually have to go figure out what he needed. I had my my great uncle called me in the middle of this broadcast. I don't know why, but he doesn't actually call me, so it's probably something I should check on. Yikes. Yikes. Fun times. Okay. Well, I'm going to call it a day. Thanks, guys, so much for joining me. This has been fun. I got to go in and do work. I don't even know what to say. We're just gone past the point of, like, normalcy on this broadcast. What we should do, we should start, like, a special group for those of us that are not teenagers and have these conversations in that group. You should definitely call him. Yeah, find out. You're peacing out. Yeah, because you got to go write interview questions for me. That's what. Love you guys. I'm K.m. Robinson, author of the Golden Trilogy, which was upside down. I'm K.m. Robinson, author of the Golden Trilogy and the Jaded Duology, which comes out from Snowy Wings Publishing on June 27th. You can find me on social media at K.m. Robinson Books on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. You can also hang out with me on my website, k.m.robinsonbooks.com. You can hang out with my amazing publisher, snowywingspublishing.com, or at Snowy Wings Pub on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you so much for joining me. This has been awesome. I love hanging out with you guys, and yeah, we'll talk about creating that discussion group for those of us who like to hang out on these live broadcasts. You guys have a great day. Stay inspired, and make sure you jump over to facebook.com /KMRobinsonBooks and check out that live stream that we did earlier today from our potentially world-breaking record. I didn't even say that right. Whatever. We tried to break a world record, and that was definitely a wasp. And he says it's time to go. So go check out that live broadcast. It was really awesome. Thanks so much for joining me. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day. Stay inspired.